Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and SCPBetting.com. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in from the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and SCP Betting. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Al Ninos. Jay Briggs is with us. Jovan will join us in a little bit. We got Brad Francis and Millz Young. Here's how the lineup for this evening. We got Briggs, Francis, Burts, Young, and then I will close this one out. All right. Well, our bowl game was in action day, so we got a card here from NBA. Nice card from the NBA. Some college hoops. And, of course, that NFL game tonight here between the Rams and Packers. I'll have a couple plays there for you there on that one. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Jay Briggs. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, catch him at halftime with a halftime pick with him and Mitch at halftime of the Rams and Packers tonight. Let's bring him in right now. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern Time. We have the 76ers here hosting the Raptors. Philadelphia's going to be laying 6.5, total 219.
Yes, sir, Tony, man. I'm taking the 76ers. I'm not going to overcomplicate this one. The Raptors currently, if y'all watch my jam session, then y'all know I have a do not bet list. And the Raptors are currently tied for the number one spot on that do not bet list with the Miami Heat. The Raptors are just terrible. I'm done with this team. They've lost their last 5 games straight up. It started with 2 games at Orlando, and they lost both straight up to the Magic. And then they turned around, lost to Sacramento at home. And they've lost 3 straight home games since losing those 2 to Orlando, where they typically play their best basketball at home. They lost to Sacramento, Brooklyn, and Golden State. You know, I'm just not in love with that with the Raptors. And now they find themselves on the road where they've been terrible all season, facing a Philadelphia 76ers team who this will be their 5th straight home game, and they've won the 4 previous. They're on a 4-game win streak. Man, I cannot trust the Raptors here tonight. I don't want any part of this Sixers team. They're playing some really good basketball right now. They're starting to get healthier as well. Only guy really missing is Tyrese Maxey. So, Tony, man, the side for me is just go ahead and lay the points with the Philadelphia 76ers.
All right, we got Jay on record here. Yeah, take the Sixers, lay the 6.5 here against the Raptors. Yeah, Maxey out for Philadelphia. We got OG Anunoby questionable for Toronto. Chual out, Porter out, Gary Trent out. But again, the issue here with Toronto really has just been the scoring. They just can't seem to get the ball in the hoop or shoot at a high enough rate here to win games.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on with them right now, but they're not shooting the ball really well, and they're just getting outscored at home where, like I said, they play their best basketball, and especially on the road. And this is going to be their 3rd game facing this 76ers team. They won the first one, but the second one they got beat pretty handedly, 112-90. I wouldn't be shocked if this one went the same way as that one. And that one was in Toronto. This one's back in Philadelphia. We know Joel Embiid, there's a big rivalry going on with him and this Raptors team. Ever since Kawhi hit that shot in the corner, you know, I think Embiid's, every time he sees the Raptors, he's on business time. So I like his over props as well, Tony, tonight, and I like the Sixers laying the points.
All right, we got Jay here on the Sixers laying the 6.5 against the Raptors. Raptors have lost 11 of 14 on the road. They sit 27th in defensive efficiency in that period. Give up 121 points per 100 possessions to play here. Sixers lay the 6.5 against the Raptors. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for nice action. As we said, a big NBA card tonight, as well as some college hoops, a lot of minor teams, mid-majors, maybe call them mid-minors. I've heard that said about this card tonight. Mid-minors up there. But also, too, we got the NFL game between Packers and Rams. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium? So great results over the last 30 days. 1,653 units of profit all documented over at the site.
Yes, sir. For me, Tony, tonight I have 6 plays up there tonight, 5 NBA, and my best bet in the NFL, man. On that best bet in the NFL, I've hit, I think, 5 of my last 6 on that play. I'm seeing the NFL really well on that best bet, man. I absolutely love tonight's play as well, so you can scoop that up $25. Or you can hop on my $15 NBA Jam Session play, which is my best bet in the NBA every night. I've been red hot on that one as well. I've hit 11 of my last 15 on that play. I absolutely love tonight's play in the NBA as well. So you can scoop that up, or you can hop on the packages. I got a 3-day and a 3-pack and a 5-pack in the NBA tonight as well. If you want to pick up a bigger package, you can cop all 5 of my plays tonight in the NBA. But the best thing to do is hop on, like I was finna say, a 3-day, 30-day weekly, seasonal, however you want to do it. Yearly, I offer all packages, man. So you can hop on one of those, save yourself some money, help me make you some money. And let's just continue stacking units.
That's right. Stack units here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. From see the numbers here have been updated. 1,643 units of profit from Jay. Also showing great profit in the NBA this season. Over 12, almost 1,300 units of profit there. 46 showing profit as well in college basketball. Jay tonight over at Pick Dogs. Premium tonight's got that NBA Jam session. That $15 premium pick is up there. Of course, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. Right there is credit guarantee. Also, best bet on the board from the NFL. I'm going to be making 3-pack up there, an NBA mega pack up there, a 5-pack here tonight from the NBA from Jay. But again, instead of buying these plays individually, you're better off here. Well, here we are on a Monday, right? Good time to get that 7-day all sports pass from Jay. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 7 days in action. All your NBA here for 7 days. Remember, those Christmas Day games will be in action. They're also in action for Jay, as well is the NFL, right? We got NFL this week here on Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So four NFL days. College bowls as well. Your 7-day pass is a great value right now at Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code here, PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Have a quick evening. We catch your NBA Jam session every day at Pick Dog with your video series. And of course, we'll catch you at halftime tonight with Mitch. Those halftime picks between the Packers and Rams.
Yes, sir. Hopefully tonight's game's a little better than last night's game, but I don't know. The Rams, they gave us a decent one at the end last week. It was a snooze fest the first 3 quarters, so hopefully tonight's a little better. I doubt it, though, but catch me there at halftime. We'll definitely give you a play, probably some funny commentary per usual as well, so catch us at halftime for that one. And, check out my jam session. I go through the NBA schedule every night, man. We've been red hot on that, all season long. So check that out. Let's continue making money. See y'all on the drive-through tomorrow. See y'all at halftime tonight.
Check them out at halftime tonight. NBA Jam session. Check it out overnight with those free NBA picks. So check out Jay Briggs there over at Pick Dogs. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll talk with you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. Guys, let's continue on the drive-through. Next up, we're going to bring in Brad Francis. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great college start to the college basketball season for Brad, so let's get him in right now. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, I'll bring him in right now. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. It's Monday Night Football as the Packers host the Rams. Packers up to 7.5, total 39.5. You'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yep, looking at a player prop here. I'm looking at Baker Mayfield under 193.5 yards. To start off, it's going to be a chilly night in Green Bay. It's going to be around 15 degrees all night. We could also see some snow. We typically don't see a lot of explosive offensive plays in these type of climates. And this should be a much more tricky game for Baker than last week when he played the Raiders. The Packers, they rank 8th in pass DVOA, and they allow the 3rd fewest passing yards per game. And at home, the Packers are actually allowing an average of only 166 yards per game through the air. So that's pretty wild there. And, this Rams offense just hasn't been explosive at all. They rank dead last in yards per play. And they rank 25th in the league in team passing yards. So this just isn't a good spot for Baker Mayfield. I don't see a ton of yards coming in from him. I know it's kind of low, but with the weather here, just the way this Rams offense has been playing, I like the under here.
All right, we go with Baker Mayfield under 193 passing yards here from Brad here. Yeah, it's hard to argue that one. It was pretty much a dull effort other than that last drive at the end there against the Raiders on a short week for the Raiders in prep as well. Nobody really knew what to expect from Baker Mayfield. They've got film on him. They know what to expect. And Mayfield was pretty much listen, he was put, let's put it this way, a former first-round pick who was put on waivers. So that kind of tells you something there. Only completing on the road 59%, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the road this season in his 3 road games this year, and it hasn't been. Let's see what we have here in yardage. 496 yards in his 3 road games. That's not too good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you said, that last game against the Raiders, that last drive was really cool and stuff, but the rest of the game, he didn't look good, or no one really looked good in that game. So I'm curious to see what his yards would have been without that last drive, but that was playing in LA in that stadium where, I don't know, it's just going to be such a different environment, and I think it's going to be tough for him to throw a bunch of yards here.
Yep, he's averaged 166 yards passing on the road this year. We got Baker Mayfield under 193.5. We're dealing with winter elements here. It is, I guess we can call it mid to late December weather in Green Bay at night. There, Baker Mayfield under 193.5 passing yards. This one will have a start time here of 8:15 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, we got a lot of NBA here on the board as well. College hoops as well. A lot of small conference college basketball up there. NHL and then Monday Night Football game. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, coming off a huge day yesterday, went 5-1. And yeah, I'm sticking with the college basketball. I got 3 plays tonight in college basketball. That's all in one package. And then I also have my my favorite NBA play, which is actually my favorite play in all sports today. So check that one out. That's actually $15 on the site. Great value there. And of course, 3 days, 7 day, 30 days, not a bad option. The 2-for-1 capper deal is a great value there with some of the best cappers in the world. So yeah, check it out on the site.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results here in college hoops. 755 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. All showing profit this year in NBA, NHL. So get on board there. Of course, tonight, as Brad was mentioning, he's got his 5-star NBA premium play up there. His $15 premium pick is up there with credit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is their credit guarantee. Also a 3-pack here from College Hoops, as well as the longer term passes, which will serve you well. You know, we've talked about this here with that 7-day pass. Here we are on a Monday. Get all of Brad Francis premium plays for 7 days in play. Here will be, of course, all his College Hoops set for 7 days, NBA, NHL, of course, all the college football bowls, and the NFL, right? We got another 4-day work week in the NFL with games on Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's all included on that 7-day all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. We'll talk with you again on Friday. But no, UFC's done for the year?
Yeah, UFC's done for the year. But me and Millz will be back up for the new year. We are trying to work out a new schedule. I don't know if Saturdays are going to work anymore. So we're working that out. But, with these next couple of weeks, we'll have a set schedule to let you guys know.
Very good. Sounds great. All right, Brad, have a great rest of the week. We'll talk later.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive, too. Let's continue on coverage. Getting a lot of people signed in here. Guys, if you missed any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive, too. Let's bring in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Does great work up there for the year. Another solid year from Jovan for 2022. Catch his parlay video of the day every day over at Pick Dogs on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. You can catch that up. Also a contributor here on the drive through twice a week, and of course on the weekend shows, a frequent contributor there as well. So make sure you can catch Jovan when you can. Bring him in right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Looking great there with all decked out, ready for the holidays. And tonight we're going to go to the NBA here as the Trailblazers are on the road here facing the Thunder. Trailblazers are going to be laying 4.5 in this one with total 231.
Yeah, and I'm on the Thunder. So this line has dropped dramatically since early this morning. But yeah, it's one of them things where the Thunder just have the Trailblazers number. They've won and covered the last 4 meetings and are 7-2 against the spread in the last 9. Now, we all understand that the Portland Trailblazers, they've been putting in some good work, but so has the OKC Thunder. Now they just knocked off Memphis at home, and now they get to face another team that they could knock off. There are some injury concerns. I don't know what the update is on the numerous injuries on both sides, but regardless of that, I'm just banking on the Thunder to continue to do to the Blazers what they've been doing, which is win. I'll take the points and all that, but I think a portion of what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna be towards the money line anyway. So. If I put, let's say, 200 on it, I might put 100 on the money line. That's how I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? I just don't know what the number is. I'm gonna take the Thunder on. Well, I already took the Thunder. Let's just say that I already did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? So I might go back to the well if it's a live bet situation where the price is right, where the number's right. But that's an aside. But yeah, at the end of the day, regardless of what the injuries are, save for SGA, I'm all in on the trail. I'm all in on the Thunder.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Thunder plus 4.5 against the Trailblazers. We mentioned Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is active for tonight, so that was the big news. That was caused the line move here. Gilgeous-Alexander will be in the lineup tonight. There's still question marks here about Grant. Grant, there is still no word on. He's still questionable. I will say this: Grant was not in the lineup last week. They got past Tucson, but I'm going to tell you, Grant, Lillard, and Simons. Look out! Those guys. That's some scoring there when you have those three together on the court.
Right, absolutely. And when they're playing defense, to couple that, they're dangerous. I'll say that about them. But just the way the Thunders have played and have cashed for us over the last 2-3 years, really two years. It's 2.5 years. Let's just say that, because they were getting some monster monster numbers that just had no choice but to back them. 14s, 15s, and they was just cashing those. But even though the numbers are coming down on them and the odds makers are adjusting to them finally, they're still doing their thing. So as long as they keep on doing their thing, I don't care what the other side's doing. I don't care what their opponent's doing. They're usually gonna cover. It's just one of those things.
Yep, they're covering it because in the past they were more of like that defensive stuff. I keep forgetting who the coach was over there before. He had really assembled a defensive style team. He leaves, and still defensive pieces there, but they're getting more offensive production. We know Alexander was their guy, but some of the supporting cast is coming through with some more offense for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, if you look at it, their pieces are kind of trash. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? but they got SGA over there. They got Lou Dort over there. They got a couple guys that could do some specific things on the court that fit in. But they got a lot. Baisley does some things sometimes on the court.
But
Giddey does some things sometimes on the court on certain nights. These are all guys that if you're into fantasy the daily fantasies, or sometimes I am, you get to know these players, and you got to dig deep sometimes when you're dealing with, You ready for this guy? You ready for this guy? Isaiah Joe?
Right,
Isaiah Joe. Who's the other? It's a few of them on the guy with his name begins with a P.
Pukovsky, yeah, Pukovsky.
Yeah. So these are the guys. If you're playing daily fantasy, on DraftKings or FanDuel, you're gonna know these players, and because you gotta, it's you're dealing with a salary cap, and you gotta fit certain, bum players into the mix, and OKC fits the bill. Some of their players fit the bill because they're low salary guys. You know what I'm saying? But they play their part, and as long as they got the top frontline players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man. They're in play. They work well as a team. I'll say that.
Yeah, because they call it the big one in OKC. It's the big one.
Right. Not even a half with that.
I know, but everybody else just seems to just do their supporting part. It's the big one. They're getting the job. They're getting it done with the big one. Thunder plus 4.5 here against the Trailblazers. This one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a good NBA card tonight here for a Monday. Guys, you're doing great work here, as we mentioned earlier. 1,824 units. Actually, it's updated now to 2,814 units of profit for 2022. Man, you have some monster numbers up there. My goodness, where did that come from? Yeah, we got it here. 2,814 for this year. What are you going to say?
No. I was saying I looked at the graphic and I was like, yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong, man. That is wrong. 28 actually, not 18. I don't know where. 28-14 right now for 2022, which has been monster numbers up there for Jovan, showing profit. Look at this profit, almost 1990 the past 7 days. He's been on absolute fire. We're showing great profit here. NFL 1840, NFL 12. He's combining for nearly 3,100 units of profit with NFL and college football, showing profit NBA, showing profit college hoops. Been on absolute fire, Jovan. Tonight we've got NBA on the board, the Monday Night Football game on the board, as well as college hoops. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get this money with my money bag. Monday Night Football mayhem. One play in in the NFL ranks. You know, got this cold weather game, so it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of action, but I think I'm on the winning side with that. And also have my Money Bag Monday NBA Barking Dog play. So those two, I believe is gonna hit. My last 29 plays, I've gone 25, 3-1. So I've been on a hell of a run. Sometimes I go through these hot streaks. It's well documented over at the website, so check that out. But anyway, check out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. It's all here at Sports Chat Place. Well, check that. It's all here at SCP Betting and Pig Dogs. Also match me with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 promotional, capital promotional. There's a lot of us at Pig Dogs that are on fire, that's consistent, steady, and we're gonna get you some money, guarantee that. So check us out.
That's right. Check out the Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers: 2,814 units of profit, all guaranteed, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board here with Jovan's guaranteed credit guarantee play tonight. He's got a Money Bag Monday football game up there for you up there right now on the board, as well as NBA Barking Dog. And lots happening right there with Jovan over at Pick Dogs Stream. Now, instead of getting that 7-day pass, the way Jovan's running a couple of options for you. You can get the remainder of NFL and college football. He has that pass up there where he's been over 3,000 units combined in NFL and college football. Affordably priced for $400. The remainder of the NFL season, we got 3 weeks of the regular season left in NFL, plus all the playoffs, the bowl games, even the championship games, and the playoffs. That's part of that Pigskin Gold Pass. All the playoff there, or if you prefer the 1 month pass, it's 30 days of NFL college hoops. All the bowl games are in action there. You get with the 1 month pass, you get the first round of the playoffs in the NFL with that 1 month pass, and of course you get all of Jovan's NBA, all his college hoops. He's been on fire, man. Look at these numbers here: 2,814 units of profit, near 2,000 units of profit the last 7 days. Jovan has been on absolute tear over at Pick Dogs, closing out the unit this season with style. So get on board with Jovan right now over at Pick Dogs Premium and get signed up. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, but instead I would say just double up. Just double up on Jovan's picks the way he's cranking right now, man. So I would say that he's been on absolute fire with Jovan. As always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again on Friday, but I know you always contribute there to Pick Dogs with that parlay video of the day. They're going to be waiting for this now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was told him that someone because I didn't. The parlay wasn't up for a few days, so one of the parlays went up on the video, and one of the comments said, "Damn, where have you been? We're waiting." So hey, I'm here, man. I'm gonna put together something tonight, and hopefully it goes up. That's all I can say.
There you go. You know where to find him. Pay the man, right? He's cranking right now. 2,000 units to 3,000 units of profit for 2022. You can know where to find him on the premium side. All right, to Jovan. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you there on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Win. See you on Friday.
You got it. Jovan Burts here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Al Ninos will help us out with that. Speaking of Al Ninos, he's up next. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work up there. Let's bring him in right now. Al Ninos to the show here. Bring him in. Al, what's happening?
I'm pretty good here, Tony. How are you doing?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time, top of the hour, Columbus, to host the Stars. The Stars laying 240, total 6.5.
Yeah, so you're still just adjusting to that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander news there. I thought he was out earlier today. I'd like to know which medical miracle he had to go from being out to active this evening, but because my back.
Maybe he's got the Bundesliga. He got the Bundesliga training staff over there.
He's got that magical miracle spray.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the ice here. We're looking at a pretty good matchup. Honestly, this could have very well been a premium play. I think Dallas should come in here and just. They're in a good spot, I think, to come here and beat up on these Blue Jackets. Coming off a loss here in overtime in Carolina. But they're catching these Blue Jackets on a bit of a downhill here. They've been struggling, dealing with a lot of injuries, too, and just not being able to put much together. Dallas has been very good on the puck line here. Huge favorites. I don't know if I could. You could go -1 maybe if you don't mind laying some juice. But we're definitely looking at the puck line here. Not much plus money, but a little bit on the plus side. And I said they should win this one big, so I'm taking Dallas here to win big on the road.
All right, there's Dallas to win big on the road here against Columbus. Hard to argue that. Columbus, the team that struggled, lost 3 straight, and all 3 losses came on the puck line at Boston, at Tampa, at Florida in that spot. We saw the coaching change. They had a really, God, the name always escapes me. The former Ranger coach was taking over, and he was having a hard time. When you lose with him, he makes everyone miserable. So they made a coaching change. It doesn't seem to really doing much.
No, I mean, again, coach can only do so much. He's not the one on the ice trying to play the game. So he could try to put them in the best positions to succeed, but at the end of the day, it's up to players to execute. So,
well, when I see with hockey with those 4 lines, it seems they spend more time trying to figure out how to set their lines. I think a lot of their time is doing that.
Well, it's important too to know which players play best with each, and then you gotta figure which line is gonna do best against the opponent's lines as well, and again which matchups you want to play. But I think it's always important to play to your strengths as well, and put your best team out there. So, and you got to look at matchups too. But for the most part, I think if you have confidence in your team, you should be putting your best players out there. And in this case, I think the Stars are the better team, and as I said, a much healthier team as well. So, I think it's a good spot for them.
All right, I got a good spot there. Take the Stars on the puck line. Lay the goal and a half here against Columbus. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, Al Ninos is showing great results here the past 7 days. Now, up to 835 units of profit here in the last 7 days for Al Ninos, is doing great work over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, tonight we've got NBA in action, NHL, some college hoops, the NFL game. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a bit of all that. No college hoops tonight. It's been packed. The sports have been a bit overwhelming lately, but should be back in action college hoops soon, very soon, with the World Cup being over. But I do have a 3-pack in the NBA. Then I have a 3-pack with my best bet in the NFL, NBA, and NHL. And let's see if I got anything else up there for you. Yeah, and then just and NHL 3-pack as well. Sorry, and of course all my best bets sold individually as well. Again, best way to go is you probably a long-term or a 2-for-1 capper special. Pair me up with the other favorite capper.
That's right, guys. Got both Al Ninos. We got it up to date now. 835 units of profit last 30 days over at Pick Dogs Premium. Tonight, Al Ninos with the play. Calls his alphabet. He takes his NFL, NBA, and NHL, puts it together in a 3-pack. That is credit guarantee there. So great value there. Over there at Pick Dogs Premium here with the Al Ninos' 3-pack on the board right now. NHL Power Dog. A lot of these plays sold individually as well, so you can do that. Or you can consider that 7-day all sports pass here from Al Ninos. Get all Al Ninos' premium plays here for 7 days, included all his NBA, all his NHL, college hoops. Of course, don't forget the Christmas Day NFL. We got Christmas. It's a 4-day week again in the NFL. We got plays here Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's your NFL this week. So lots going on there. All your college football bowl games, NHL, those 5 sports overlapping right now. So good time to get that 7-day pass from El Ninos. Use the promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the good work. We'll talk with you a bit later on the recap.
All right, thanks. Yes, feeling met, Tom.
You got it. El Ninos here on the drive through. Guys, again, if you missed any of our picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. El Ninos will help us out. Thank you, Ricky Patel, John Tortorella. That was the coach I was talking about out there after last season. I want to give you guys some updates on the injury. A lot of injuries tonight in the NBA, so I thought I would just spend time before bringing Millz updates you on. I want to get the Suns-Laker game has taken another twist here. We know Davis is out, but you can add LeBron James is out. We saw Reeves limp off the court yesterday. Reeves is out. Now news here that Booker is out for Phoenix. Crowder, we've known Crowder. Now Landale is out for Phoenix. Payne Washington remain out here. Ayton is questionable. So lots of news here on that Lakers-Suns game coming in here and as well. And of course, the word in the Dallas-Minnesota game is Luka is to play. Luka to play. Gobert out for Minnesota. McLaughlin Prince out for Minnesota. We're still waiting word on Anderson. Russell is on the probable list. So is Reed. Remember, Reed had that neck issue. Looks like he is going to play. He's on the probable list. Reed and Russell in that game. Hardaway Powell remain questionable here for Dallas. Green and Cleveland remain out for Dallas. But the big news in that game is Luka will play in this game tonight against Minnesota. So lots of injury news coming in. We can now report here that on the Pelicans-Bucks game, Middleton out. And it will be Ingram, Liddell, and Nance out here for the Pelicans. So lot of news coming in. We can now upgrade you on the Magic team. Carter, Harris, Isaac, Okeke, Suggs out. The word is Fultz is in tonight for Orlando. The Hawks, we've got Capella out. Still questionable is Collins and Murray. And we covered the Jazz. Juzang. Okay, we can now tell you that Olenek is out here for the Jazz. Olenek, Sexton, and Juzang out. On the Cavaliers, Rubio, Stevens, Wade, Windler out. So a busy injury report tonight in the NBA. Still some question marks out there with Jeremy Grant. Still no update yet. That's a big one there. So we're still waiting a word here on Grant as this game begins here. I believe the top of the hour. No, we got 8 Eastern time. So we got about over an hour left. So lots of happenings here right now in the NBA with these injury reports, trying to keep everything up to date with you. But the big news coming here this hour has been James out, and of course the Suns sitting Booker, and of course Ayton is still questionable. So lots happening here on these injury reports, guys. So keep an eye on them. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome in Millz. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does fantastic work in MMA. Let's see if we could bring in Millz Young in for you right now. Let's see. Oop, did we go too far? Let's see here. Here we go. Millz is ready to roll here. Millz, what's happening? Millz, you got to turn your volume on. We don't have any sound from you. Oh, still no sound there. Millz is trying to get to us here. Yes, he's trying to get the sound. He's gonna give us a player prop here from this Packers-Ram game. Let's see if he's got that sound rolling here. Oh, he's gonna probably sign off and sign back in again. Nope, not yet. Let's see, we can roll him here. But anyway, he'll be looking at this Ram game tonight at 8:15 Eastern time, as he usually has player props for us. Let's see if he's got him here.
How we doing, Tony?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Millz, doing great. All right, here we go tonight. 8:15 Eastern time on ESPN. We have the Packers here hosting the Rams. The Packers have nudged up to now 7.5-point favorites, total 39.5, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that little, miscommunication. But I had a reindeer in the backyard, so I couldn't let the noise out and everything like that. But don't worry, man. I got you here. So yeah, man, we're gonna be looking at this one a little bit different. I got a player prop. One of those names you guys probably ain't, too familiar with, but as this season ends, you will. And it's going to be Tutu Atwell. All right, one of the things, he's a second-year player from Louisville College, all right? He's one of those slot receivers, one of those guys that kind of gets the ball real quick like a Curtis Samuel, doesn't need a lot of yards to get plays. So one of the things that they like to do, too, not just that, they like to give him those quick drop-off passes. They also like to run him out the backfield, too. So what I'm going to be looking at is an easy little prop. It's at 3.5. Over 3.5 receptions for Tutu Atwell. That's one thing that I really like. Last week, he had 7 targets. I want to say 7 or 9 targets. He had 5 receptions. The week prior, different quarterback, but same thing. His targets went up and his receptions was there as well. He's one of those guys that's getting acclimated to the offense. And also to the receiver depth at the Rams is not there at all. But this is a guy that they want to see him. They want to see what he can do on the field. So I'm definitely going to be taking Atwell over 3.5 receptions, and it's a nice little plus money prop to get you on top.
There you go. We got Millz here with Atwell over 3.5 receptions. The plus return here at plus the 115. And the good news about this one, Millz, is the fact that he got work in with Baker Mayfield, right? 5 receptions, 50 yards. So we got in some work with Mayfield. Mayfield figures to see the bulk of the action here the final 4 weeks of the regular season. We got some weather issues there. I think throwing the football downfield could be an issue. We'll see how the weather works into it. But again, you're just look. We talked about this early in the season. Why you like this reception prop over the yards, because you just got to catch the football. And a lot of times they use the passes as a run, especially in conditions like these. You see a lot of those short passes.
Cold weather. Yeah, cold weather out there in Green Bay around this wintertime, and it's one of those things, too, to where even before, Baker Mayfield was here, he doesn't really throw downfield too far. you know, so he's always doing those little short screen passes, you know, rather either way it goes. And like we said, you just need that reception. And they kind of use that nowadays to move the ball down the field, especially with just Cam Akers in the backfield. It's not one of those running back duels to where it's like, okay, we could use this guy this way. So that's why I said I also like him. A little sprinkle prop that I put some coffee money on is anytime touchdown at plus 400. He hit it for me last week, so I'm going back to the dice with that. Another thing, man, Green Bay, they gave up 5 receptions to Curtis Samuel, and that's the same type of receiver that I would compare his comparison to. They gave up 5 receptions to Claypool, 11 to Lamb, 4 to Gallup. That's another type player, you know, that I would compare maybe, you know, this player to. So I definitely look for him to get those player props in there. You know, Green Bay do allow a day for Baker, but the player prop definitely should get us on top.
Player prop to get you on top. Millz on Atwell over 3.5 receptions at plus 115. This one will have a start time here of 8:15 Eastern time. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. We've got quite a bit going on in the NBA tonight with a 9-game card, some college hoops, the NFL game tonight as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got 2 plays up there to get you paid. I got my $15 winner. That's going on in the NFL. Then I also got an NBA play up there too. Within that NFL play, you got 2 player props that I like. Then in that NBA player, I got a play and a player prop too. So definitely, you can get those 2 plays that I got up there on the board. No UFC coming up, so I'm definitely going to be digging deep in on all these cards coming up. Did like some college basketball plays out there. You know.
All right,
I got 2 plays that you pay.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs. Great results in MMA here for 2022. Also showing profit in college football as well. So get on board here with Millz over at Pick Dogs. He said he has a couple plays for you up there. He does have his $15 premium here from the NFL. Get on board with that $15 premium pick. It's credit guarantee. Must turn a profit. Must win. Whether or not you purchase credit back in your account for side credits, that is credit guarantee. Also, a slam dunk winner for the Bucks. Get on board there. With that NBA play night from Millz. But here we are on a Monday. Perfect time to get Millz' 7-day all sports pass. Remember, the NFL has a 4-day week this week. NFL here Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 days of NFL. Don't forget about the college football bowls. And, of course, all of Millz' NBA and college hoops action there. Those Christmas Day NBA games. We got some really good matchups for Christmas Day NBA. So that 7-day pass is a great way to roll with Millz. So get on board there. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You will save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Millz, is always a great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again on Thursday.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Tony. Thanks for having me on. Hey, everybody out there in the capper contest, keep doing your thing. And if not, just keep putting your bets in the chat, and we'll have a great night.
That's right. Keep doing that. Indeed. Millz Young here on the drive-through. Let's continue our coverage, guys. Reminder, if you miss any picks, we're seeing a lot of people sign in right now. We will do a recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. It is now time for my pick. We're going back to that Maverick game against the Timberwolves. So we'll get that information for you right now as we will run through the injury report in the NBA, which was a big one. Keep an eye on that Suns-Lakers game tonight. James out of that one if you didn't get the news on that one. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the information here for you. We're going to look at this T-Wolves and Mavericks. I think this line's a little too much here. I'm going to take the points here with the Timberwolves plus 4.5 here against the Mavericks. There is something here to be said here about this Mavericks team. It's really goes about their play on the road, right? They're a 15-15 team. They had a road loss here to Cleveland in that game, just 41% from the field, 31% from 3. They had to use Kemba Walker. He did contribute off the bench with 32, but it just wasn't enough here in that one. And the thing is, Cleveland wins that game despite shooting 43% from the field, 19% from 3. Minnesota coming off one. I know it's a back-to-back here, but they played yesterday, and they put up 150 on the Bulls, and they played a lot of their players. So I'm not worried about that. They got production from Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. But the Mavs, they have lost 10 of 13 on the road. They gave up 50% shooting on the road. They sit 25th in road defensive efficiency, give up 116 points per 100 possessions while putting up 111 per 100. And, of course, I realize the fact that Luka's in the lineup, but that's in the line, right? And even with Luka in the lineup, look what they've done on the road. It hasn't been pretty this season. So For that reason, I will be looking here at the T-Wolves, not to win, but just to cover. It's 4.5. So that's the play here. It's an underdog, home underdog, Timberwolves, plus 4.5 against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge. I have a 3-pack up there on the board right now. I've got my Monday Night Football game bundled up with my play here from the NBA and college basketball, all in a 3-pack. So get on board with that. My $15 premium play tonight is from that NFL game. So you can either buy my NFL game, my best bet $15 premium standalone, or get it as part of my 3-pack. So my 3-pack already includes my NFL $15 premium with my best bet NBA and college hoops. So no reason to buy both. Just buy the 3-pack. You're covered there with my NBA college basketball play, as well as my $15 premium bundled in that 3-pack. Also, I am part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion. With my long-term passes, I have a 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of my premium plays for that period of time. When you go over to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. And let's continue on here on the drive-thru. As promised, it is now time to do the recap. So let's do the recap. Let's welcome in Al Ninos to help us out with the recap right now. All right, Al joins us here. We start with Jay. Jay liked the 76ers laying the 6.5 against the Raptors. Brad was on Mayfield under 193.5 passing yards. Jovan, Thunder plus 4.5 against Trailblazers. Al Nino Stars on the puck line laid the goal and a half at plus 105 against Columbus. Millz was on Atwell over 3.5 receptions plus 115. I'm on the T-Wolves plus 4.5 against the Mavericks. Al Ninos, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
It's definitely got to keep an eye on the injury report today, but I think we should be good here with the Timberwolves on the 4.5 points. Should come down to a one possession game.
He likes the T-Wolves there on a one.
If they don't win it outright, actually in a good spot.
That is true there. That is true. I'm going to go with Brad's Mayfield under 193.5. He's only averaged 166 yards passing on the road this year, and that was with Carolina. And again, in a spot here where Green Bay's had film, the Rams don't have a whole lot of playmakers to work with. They're on the road in this cold climate there in Green Bay. I just think it's going to be really tough for the Rams to move the football on for Mayfield. So we'll see. We'll see how that rolls there as we got there. And Al's pick is pretty good too as well with that going against Columbus. It's been a struggle. Let me see if I can give you guys any late updates before we sign off here as we have 15 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's see if we got any updates here on some of these injured players. No, still no word yet on Collins and Murray for Atlanta. They're still on the questionable side. And Al, at the end, you can chime in if you see anything differently. I still show Reed and Russell as probable. Anderson is the question mark. Hardaway and Powell are still in question here for Dallas, but these are later starting times. Looks like Grant's still questionable here for Portland here against the OKC. Looks like Hart has been moved now to probable. And, of course, the Lakers, that was the news tonight. No James in the lineup. We know about Anthony Davis. He's probably going to miss a month. Beverly is now moved to questionable. He was out earlier this morning, so Beverly now moved to questionable. Reeves is out. We saw him limp off the court yesterday. He is out of this one. Of course, the news here also with the Phoenix Suns, a laundry list of injuries. Not playing tonight for the Suns. Booker, Crowder, Johnson, Landale, Payne, and Washington. DeAndre Ayton is now questionable. On the Charlotte game against Sacramento, the Kings have a clean injury report for Charlotte. Martin and Smith are out. Rozier is a scorer. He is doubtful for this game. So news there with Rozier, doubtful for Charlotte. For that covers tonight's NBA injury report. Al, you have anything to add on that?
Yeah. You said Reed questionable. I think I see him probable. So looks like he's going to be good to go, which they will need. They're getting pretty thin at the center spot.
Yeah, Reed has been moved to probable. That's right. Reed has been moved to probable. Anderson is a question mark now. So Kyle Anderson had questionable. Russell and Reed are probable now. So it looks like they're both. And that was one of the reasons why I went with it, because we got Reed in there. Reed and Russell together with Edwards and McDaniels, I'm okay with this lineup. So, yep. Reed is probable. He will play, probable to play. And Hardaway Powell is the question marks for the Dallas Mavericks. Luka will play tonight. He was questionable earlier this morning. So there you go. We got you caught up with the injury report here from the NBA, but you still got to do some work. There's still some teams you got to keep an eye on. I think the biggest one out there right now is Jeremy Grant for Portland, because when those three are together, man, when you got Grant, you got Lillard, you got Anthony Simons, look out. This team could put up some points. And, of course, the word here is on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was moved to let's just double check on that, because we got a report that he was going to play tonight. And looks like he is available to play tonight. Yep, he is available for tonight's contest. So he was moved there to available. Be careful with that. Available means that likely to play, but you never know, right? You got to look at it. Probably they'll find out. This game is still about an hour and 15 minutes away, but if he's available, he's likely going to play. Because like we said, in OKC, it's the big one over there.
Definitely probably the biggest question mark there, and I guess Aiden's a pretty big one as well. But I think he's good to go. If he goes from out to questionable to probable, I think he's definitely trending in the right direction there, and I think Beverly's just about an hour behind him. This was my guess. I guess he's not quite as probable yet, but I think that's the direction he's headed in as well. And yeah, that's about the best I can do right now.
Yeah, but we covered the Buck game. No Middleton and no Ingram, Liddell, and Nance there for the Pelicans, and that one at 8 Eastern time. So we got you caught up on the injury report. It's a busy injury report tonight in the NBA. So keep your eyes open on this, guys. We'll do this on the drive-thru now as we're getting into a situation where we have lots of injuries coming up here. So that'll do it for this edition of the drive-thru, guys. Make sure you're back here tomorrow live here at 6 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in for Pick Dogs and SCP Betting. They'll give us our live picks for the games in prime time. And don't forget, it always gets started every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod, and you got Chris. And, of course, a lot of the video series over at Pick Dogs. You got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tools show. You got the Puck Dogs with Chris and Rod Zawacki with those hockey picks. Jovan with that parlay video. Jay's Jam Session. Every game on the board, NBA with picks. Ron Romanelli there with his college basketball rundown with picks there as well. And, of course, the list goes on and on with all the video series here at Pick Dogs. And don't forget the shows here. There's a bowl show that comes up every week on Thursdays. And, of course, the NFL show on Wednesday. So lots happen over at Pick Dogs. Of course, the morning, of course, you catch Al Ninos on the weekends on the drive, on the, almost call it drive-thru because a lot of drive-thru cappers there. But it's the morning show. He contributes on the weekends at 10 a.m. each time, Saturday and Sundays there on the morning show with Mitch and company, so you can catch them there as well. All right, that's going to do it for our show, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our cappers from today's show. We're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow.